Princess Michael of Kent was born in Karlsbad, a town in the then Nazi-occupied Sudetenland, now known as Karlovy Vary in the Czech Republic. Born Baroness Marie Christine von Reibnitz, her noble ancestry can be traced back to 1288, with connections to Germany, Austria, and Hungary. Princess Michael is on record as saying she has a more distinguished royal lineage than almost anyone else who has married into the royal family. Yet, according to historians and experts, the royal came from humble beginnings. Marie's paternal family had landed estates in Silesia, while her mother's descended from royals and gentry. Her mother was a Hungarian countess who was a great skier, according to biographer Anne Seba, and her grandmother was an Austrian princess. She is also a distant relative of Queen Elizabeth II, said Julie Montague, Viscountess of Hinchingbrooke. There's the family ancestral seat, which is a castle, so she really was born into this very, very grand family. Speaking on Channel 5's documentary Princess Michael of Kent, the controversial royal, the experts explained that the royal was born at the tail end of World War II, a rather difficult time in Eastern Europe. Most of Europe was starving, said royal biographer Anne de Courcy. Her father had disappeared, they didn't know where he was. Read more. William and Charles had earth-shattering rows after King married Camilla. Princess Michael of Kent married into the royal family in 1978. Image, Getty Images. Princess Michael has noble ancestry in Germany, Austria and Hungary. Image, Getty. Princess Charlotte's extraordinary twin spotted by fans in photo of Queen's relative Princess Charlotte warmed the hearts of royal fans eagerly waiting in the cold for a glimpse of the royals at Sandringham following the Christmas Day service. Following the service, eagle-eyed fans spotted the uncanny resemblance of Princess Charlotte and the late Queen's niece. See the pictures here. Marie's father, Gunther von Reibnitz, was in a Russian concentration camp. Her mother, Maria, was imprisoned until it was discovered that she was pregnant. They split up in 1946, less than a year after the war ended. Ms. de Courcy explained, they'd both been through too much and, I think, thought differently. He wanted to go to Africa, well away from it all, so he went to Mozambique and Princess Michael's mother went first to Switzerland and then to Australia, to Sydney. Her mother set up a beauty salon while Marie attended a Roman Catholic school. There was not a lot of money at that point, claimed Ms. Seba, and it was rumored that her mother had to sell a tiara in order to buy the salon in the eastern suburbs of Australia. The royal spent the next 15 years in Australia, leading a relatively humble life. I think they were quite humble beginnings for her, said royal journalist Phil Dampier. But I think she always thought that Australia was not big enough for her. Marie moved to London in the early 60s. Image, Getty. In 1964, at the age of 19, Marie decided it was time to leave Australia and return to Europe. She moved to London to embark on a history of fine and decorative art course at the Victoria and Albert Museum, and it wasn't long before she was mingling with members of high society. Ms. Seba said, really from the get-go, in London, she was moving in royal circles which she felt was her birthright. Through Lord Louis Mountbatten, who she knew through two of her cousins, Marie was introduced to Britain's elite. She's drop-dead gorgeous, said Viscountess Hinchingbrooke. Tall, blonde, blue eyes, chiseled features, absolutely beautiful, so you can imagine in these royal, aristocratic social circles she was easily spotted and eyed up. Marie met her first husband, English banker Thomas Trowbridge, in 1969. They married 2 years later, in 1971, but the union did not last long and ultimately ended in divorce in 1977. Their marriage was annulled by Pope Paul VI in May 1978. Princess Michael with then Prince Charles and Lord Mountbatten. Image, Getty Images. Trending by this point, she had set up her own business and was leading a successful career in interior design. She had also met her second husband, Prince Michael of Kent, the first cousin of Queen Elizabeth II. Prince Michael was an army officer at the time, said Ms. Seba. He was quite shy and quiet, so I think the romance went very slowly. Ms. de Courcy added, he had just broken off a long love affair, and they were both very miserable. She said to me, we wept on each other's shoulders for the first year. We were just friends. We really got to know each other like that. The couple were eventually set up by Lord Mountbatten, who advised Prince Michael to court Marie. Don't miss, Prince Harry breaks cover to go on dog walk after William attack claim, reveal, inside not caught kitchen where Harry claims William attacked him, insight, this morning row erupts over royal family's dignified silence, analysis, Marie and Michael were put together by Lord Mountbatten, image, Getty. In 2004, Princess Michael was interviewed for ITV and spoke about the influence Prince Philip's uncle had had on her relationship with Prince Michael. One day, Lord Mountbatten said to me, what are you going to do about that young man? I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, it's madly in love with you. I said, gosh, is he? And then he said to my husband, what are you going to do about that girl? You know she's madly in love with you. He orchestrated quite a lot of that romance. After 5 years, the couple decided to marry. However, at the time, there were strict rules that members of the royal family were not permitted to marry a Roman Catholic. Prince Michael, who was 15th in the line of succession, lost his rights to the throne in marrying Marie. He was reinstated to the line of succession to the British throne on March 26, 2015, with the passing of the Succession to the Crown Act 2013. Prince and Princess Michael got married in Vienna in 1978, image, Getty. Together, the Prince and Princess had 2 children, Lord Frederick Windsor and Lady Gabriella Windsor. Now, it is understood that the couple has retired. Ahead of Michael's 80th birthday in July, The Telegraph reported that the Queen's cousin planned to retire from public life after reaching the milestone. The pair did not perform official state duties or receive public funding, but commonly appeared alongside the royals at public events. Similar to Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, when called upon, Prince and Princess Michael also take on some public duties to represent the monarchy. As well as being active in philanthropic circles, Princess Michael is a published author. She has written 3 non-fiction histories, an autobiography and a trio of historical fiction novels based in 18th and 19th century France.